I went to the gym this morning. I realised loads of guys didn't have any tashies anymore. They used to have loads of moustaches. What the fuck's going on? Forgot it was Movember and they all had tashies and shaved them off. What's going on? This is weird, like. Handlebar tashies in it. All gone. Now, is that you wind up the forest then, do you think?
Well, I'd like to carry on playing, but I just don't really have anything to do.
Yeah.
You know, if there was even a purpose to building more of the base, I would. But they're not. I've knocked down that bridge we've got over the water. I've even knocked down the singular trap that we had, just to get them coming out, and they are coming over now. Like, it's not what I've just done it, and then five of them just run over. They chased me over. They didn't just come of their own accord, but. I'd quite like to get these effigies lit up, but fucking hell, it's like another 37 heads we gotta get, so. Huh?
There's a few heads.
Yeah, but hence why I knocked down the thing. Well, I've just got, if I can get all these heads before they fade away, I can get 6 here. I'm just not scared of anything anymore as well, you know, in this game.
Yeah, I was kind of a wee bit annoyed that I finished it, like the main story, so quickly, a wee bit, oh fuck. Yeah, once I got to an end of a game, I tend to lose interest pretty quickly, like, I've done that with Death Stranding, so I wish I saved it. Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what, you know, like I say, it's almost like a side point to why I like getting trophies on some games, because it's like a game that I really like. It's almost like another reason to play it. It's like a sort of challenge.
Confirmed. First launch is green. Your mission is to destroy both target objectives.
The mission is about to begin. If there was even just like, if the end game consisted of
standing by and ready to sortie.
There's just a lot more spawning fucking everything to the power of 10 or 20 or something, and it's just like, you know, when we're at this point, you just, I mean, maybe we should go get that artifact and see how we get on. What do you reckon?
I thought you already had the artifact.
I don't know where it is. He had it, so I don't know.
If it's been dropped and saved, you make me a bit fucked up.
We could go and have a look.
I'm joining.
You got it really.
I'm joining soon, like. I'm addicted to this game and I'm hooked on that. I will join you.
I've just got that one more trophy to get though, basically. But yeah, what I was saying anyway, even if it might not work, like, but if there was a version, if in this, just there was just so much more attacks, like after you could do something, I don't know, like if you got a base this big.
Yeah.
Or like even just as the days go on, there's just more and more attacks in general, you know, and you can cordon off. I don't know what I was thinking of doing, just like in my own little world. It was like almost just expanding across the whole island. Not to say I take the whole island, because I know they're going to spawn in places regardless. But I'm sure there's places that I could like. I was just almost thinking of just extending the settlement, so it's like it does cover everything, but it's not like invincible to. You know, it's not like you're completely shutting them out kind of thing. They can come and.
Can I help that? Just control.
Just so there was something everywhere, but there's just no point. I can keep building this base. I've got loads of ideas of what I'd like to do, but they're not going to do. You know, what's going to happen? A few of them will run into the base, and I'll just kill them. I don't even need any of this. I mean, those catapults are shit, aren't they?
Yeah, they're pointless, man.
Yeah,
it's like they were half finished.
Yeah. Like a big fucking crossbow would be great.
Aye.
Like a massive turret crossbow that can shoot like, I don't know, 3 arrows at once, and you can put them on fire and it can go much further and whatnot. I don't know.
Catapults in real and like catapults in reality, the sort of general thing, they're pretty shite. Because you've only really got one chance, and by the time you fucking loaded it, they fucking moved away.
Yeah, they're very pointless.
Did they use them in the fucking back in the day? They surely did, obviously did.
Well, they'll be for things like when there's armies of thousands like coming at you. It doesn't really, they don't need to be that accurate. It's just a case of
yeah, it's like bow and arrows, and they just randomly hit in the general direction, I guess.
Yeah.
And then they came on with guns and fucking killed each other.
Select the suit you wish to pilot.
Fuck you.
Yeah, now they've got drones. What did I see recently? Someone was like, oh yeah, it was a Jim Jeffries, the one that didn't make it to Netflix. The special, and he was like, talking about gun. No, I think it might have been in his. It's one of. He's got a really famous bit called about gun control, and it's probably the most viral gun control sketch you've seen. But I think he's got like an extended version on Holocaust. Alpha Holocaust is what he calls it. And basically, he was like, you know, you Americans, you say that, you know, you're keeping hold of your guns in case the government rises up, and he was just like, that was all very well and good when all you had was muskets. Because nowadays, you know, muskets against muskets. But do you realise that the fucking government have got fucking drones? You're bringing guns to a fucking drone fight. Doesn't mean shit. He's got amazing points on gun control, and that's when he's talking to him. He's just, because he lives in America now. He's Australian. You know him?
Yeah, I've seen him. I've seen him once. So really funny.
He's class.
Yeah,
he was like, he's like, when I talk about gun control, I realise that there's 50% of you are like, yeah, great, like you're absolutely right. And of the other 50% of you, 10% of you are not that bothered. You're just gonna live and let live. 10% of you, and he's just like, there's another 10% of you that are fucking seething. You're fucking sitting there stewing in your seats right now, aren't you? It's just like, for several reasons. Number one, I'm making good points. Just completely cuts it.
It's annoying when somebody makes a point and you're like, oh fuck, and like you're just like, you cannot do it right, but you're still pissed off about it.
Yeah. I mean, he did also. He says he's like, the only fucking argument you've got for having guns is, oh, I like guns. Don't give me this crap about protection. You know? Yeah. And then he goes on, he's like, you can walk into a Walmart, or Target, he says, it doesn't matter. He's like, you can walk into Target with an assault rifle, open carry, yeah? He's like, but you can't walk into Target with a chainsaw.
Or a Kinder Egg.
Oh, I've never thought of that before. It's like, yeah, you're not allowed to walk. I'm sure you're not allowed to walk into Target with a chainsaw. And he's just like, yeah, imagine that. It's just like, brum, 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 brum. It's like, this is my protection chainsaw. You'll be happy I'm here if a bad guy with a chainsaw comes in. Because there's only one thing that stops a bad guy with a chainsaw, and that's a good guy with a chainsaw. But he just highlights how stupid the argument is.
Oh, man, I fucking hate USA and their guns, like.
Oh, it's just, yeah, I mean,
I can mind being younger and being really shocked when you hear about Columbine and that. You're like, wait, God, that's fucking horrific, that's horrible. And now it's just like 8th article in the list in top 10 news. I don't want school shooting. Oh wow.
It doesn't make it into the news unless it's like children or
over a certain amount.
Like, yeah, 10, 20 people, maybe 15, 20.
There's fucking every fucking week there's a school shooting, but if it's over 10, they probably like report it. It's like, fucking hell, that's horrific. Yeah.
Well, the other one the other day or last week or so at Walmart was a manager at Walmart.
He snapped. Just snapped.
Apparently, he just had it in because it started in the staff room. He just had it in for certain members of staff. I mean, obviously, it's highly likely that he's one of them. You know, maybe he's an overly stoner kind of person. That does happen. Like, I'm not. Weed's not completely 100%. It can't kill you in that you can't overdose, etc., etc. But it can do enough damage to make you do shit like that. to be honest.
Mm.
Eventually, in very rare circumstances, but I do think that there's plenty of circumstances that are solely down to weed sometimes.
Yeah.
You've also got to be fucked and no one's intervened, you know. It's not like you've got to go really far with that sort of shit. Yeah.
Get up, fucking get up. Yes.
That was a manager just shooting people. Oh, I shouldn't laugh. But, you know.
I know, it's kind of darkly humorous saying that this is happening. Yeah. And he probably got the guns from his fucking own shop as well. When I was there.
That's the thing, you can... I mean, like... Argument's sake, we have to let him keep their gun. You know, if it was down to the world, and it's kind of like, well, we have to let them keep them because it's part of their tradition. Like, if that's the flimsiest... Because to me, that's the only remote argument. Like, it's... I don't think it's even an argument, really, but if you're really going to fuck, you know, a bit of give and take kind of thing, and you want to let them legally be able to own guns still, things like AR-15s, they're all these big shootings are AR-15s as well.
Yeah, the cheapest, they kill the most in a minute.
Cheapest high caliber ones, and bullets are like, you know, $10 for 50.
Insane.
Like, if I was an American man, or if I was a man that was raising my family in America, I don't know if I'd buy a gun or not, to be honest. But if I did, I would be happy to pay $1,000 for the gun itself, and another 1,000 for a box of 50 bullets.
Yeah.
If it's protection for my family, if that's the reason, if it's a case of I don't really want to own a gun, but where I live in America, it might be smart to have one under certain lock and key and whatnot. You know, you'd go to town, wouldn't you? If that was your actual motive.
And you would also, because humans are so inclined to only care about cash, you would take a second fucking thought before firing it and go, "This is a fucking gun." And you're like, that's actually a Chris Rock joke, yeah, classic one. Yeah.
I mean, he takes it a bit further. He's like, if it's $5,000 a bullet, it's just like, well, that's not really. But you know,
so cool.
I definitely think 1,000 for a box of 50.
Aye, if it's a thing that takes a man's life, or a man's or whatever's life, it's the value to it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, if they were like a tenner for 50, I wouldn't even care if I missed. But if it was fucking 1,000 for 50, I would go right.
You'd be spraying them, wouldn't you?
I'd go right. There's a guy in my house who's going to attack my family. I might shoot him. If he comes to me, I'll shoot him. Instead,
Well, that's the thing. I mean, if you got set upon by someone who had a gun, that's the reason you have one.
Yeah.
I mean, even if they have machetes or hammers or whatever, you would be nice to pop one in the leg. But you'd be happy to spend £100 to pop them in the leg.
Yeah.
But then you know, I'd even be up for things like if it was in a special cabinet that only had my fingerprint or retina scan. You know, like if that cost $3,000 to set up, so be it. Like that'd be the reasons. That'd be how I'd do it. But the way it is, and it's just a bunch of fucking elderly white people that are like, nah, it's our constitution. Judge Jeffries as well. He has one where he's like, I've had people come up and shout at me in the car park after I've done this sketch. I had one dude at my last gig in Dallas a few weeks ago, and he was like, "You cannot change the Second Amendment." And he's like, "Yes, you can. It's called an amendment."
Yeah.
It's called an amendment.
Uh-huh.
It's been amended already.
Oh, it's a fucked up place, though.
That's the thing. It's such a brilliant, you know, what it's given us, and it deserves a lot of credit as well. It's
alright. It's all about the fucking culture and history and language and music and arts.
Well, history's not even that rich, is it? But it's not.
I mean, like the history of art itself. Like
right. Yeah.
Music and cinema and.
I mean,
comedy.
Hip hop wouldn't exist without America, even though technically it was Jamaican born.
Pretty much. I would say about 70% of my favourite comedians are from America. It's such a high
This is a domination mission.
influence in your life. Think about all the food you eat and the fucking juice you drink.
Yeah, yeah,
Cheeseburgers
exactly.
and colas, huh?
All the corporations, you know.
The games we play.
Yeah,
Clothes you
just
wear.
technology, NASA, for fuck's sake. You know, it's, NASA feels like a global organisation, doesn't it? But it's American.
Yeah. NASA's ace, like. It's fucking amazing. If you've got their own merchandise, it's like fucking ace there. Give it. Just fucking get some merch and go. Move to the moon.
Like basketball, and as much as I,
No,
you
I
know,
love basketball.
don't love American football for the fact that it's called football, it's still
It's
a
confusing
brilliant
as well.
pastime. Huh?
NFL, like, it's confusing. I don't know how anybody can follow it. It's really confusing. It stops and starts for the time. Fucking hell, man.
One of the reasons Gareth Southgate's actually been really successful is because he's popular. He's one of the first, you know, really well-known managers in football to study NFL playbooks and take inspiration. Because set pieces like corners and, you know, wide free kicks in football are a series of running and movement and blocking, you know, things like that. But we don't look at it like that. Whereas NFL is just that.
Tactics,
it's just plays.
Yeah.
So it's just these people.
Tactics and shit.
Yeah, the tactics are. And it's I've worked the Super Bowl at Roadhouse, and the first time they did it, they were like, "Yeah, we think it'll be pretty good." And fucking hell, it was slammed, and everyone was just watching the footy, so it was just beers. You know, I was on the fence as well.
Yeah. I would think it'd be a great night, a great day. The Super Bowl, get fucking super drunk and go, let's go, whatever, let's go, Cowboys, let's go. But fuck me, I don't get the game. I didn't understand it at all.
The actual TV show is probably about 6-7 hours long. It's like WrestleMania.
Ah, it's a fucking event. There's Super Bowl adverts that are massive and stuff.
Halftime shows, like to do the Super Bowl halftime show is a big accolade in music as well.
I actually even I watched halftime shows. I watched the Eminem one. I was fucking impressed with it. It's cool as fuck.
They always, the idea is they want to be, you know, it's a legendary moment in their careers. Do the Super Bowl. Like if you do that, you're something big. You know, Beyonce's done it, Katy Perry's done it, Madonna's done it.
Yeah. Prince has done a great one. Have you seen the Prince one?
No.
It's the best one. He was playing the Purple Rain, and as soon as he started to play it, it rained heavy as fuck. Yeah. It's the most iconic one, I would say. Like, what a great timing. He was totally like happy as fuck. He was like totally like laughing. He was usually pretty serious. Yeah. Just like raining during Purple Rain. Shite.
Yeah, it's some country I'd love to. I really want to go one day. You know, I've got to see it for myself. Yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't really want to live there.
No, I didn't live there at all.
It's heartbreaking when you read them stories of just fucking. Imagine getting that call, and that'd be on your mind all day. You know, like you're at work, you get a call from your kid's school. There's an active shooter in the school.
Yeah.
Fucking sprinting down there, knowing that you're 2 or 3 or whatever. I don't want to elaborate on that story just for the sake of detail, but you know.
Scary country, that.
Yeah, you'd be running in there with a gun yourself.
Yep.
That's what would happen. I've seen videos of, like, I didn't see how it all played out, but like, you just got loads of parents running towards the school building, and the police are having to stop them. And they're just these men that are just like getting their guns, and they're just like, no, fuck you.
Yeah, they were trying to. In the last Texas shooting, the police were actually arresting parents that were trying to get in the school.
That's mental. That like they bottled it completely. Yeah. And they expect teachers to. They expect to arm the teachers.
Just insane.
The police don't even want to go in there. Yeah. They're trained. And like, how are you going to be a teacher knowing like you wouldn't? I don't want to be. I reckon I'll be a really good teacher in theory. I am when it comes to bartending. But I ain't got the patience for actual kids. I'd be like, I wouldn't be able to not tell certain parents at PTA meetings that their kids are a cunt. I'd get fired in weeks. days even.
Mm.
Yeah, I just wouldn't even put myself through it, like, you know. But yeah, it's hard enough to get teachers as it is. You say to them as well, like a requisite is to have firearm training because that's a job hazard.
Mm.
Well, they know it's a job hazard anyway, but some of them probably do carry guns. To be honest,
Oh, aye, definitely.
some of them probably got it in their car or whatever, or in their bag.
Fucking back, Die Hard style. Still
I have
takes
seen
it back.
scenarios. I saw a video a few weeks ago where I think he was a bit of a crackhead, but like not majorly, like dishevelled, this skinny black dude in America who just ran up and tried to snatch some woman's handbag, and as she wrestled with him, the woman next to her, just completely stranger, just got out a handgun and just shot him in the leg 3 times.
Right,
Yeah, it's just like, I mean, that scenario played out really well for everyone, apart from the crackhead, but maybe it will sort his life out. You never know.
Large land. Have you checked your post today? Do you get your post for your front door, or you got a letterbox or box or it?
1 minute remaining.
Oh, right, no, I've been out all day, so...
I've sent something to you. Hope it's come.
No, I saw the, cheers, I saw the mug.
Have you got it?
No.
You've not? No. I think so. I checked the tracking, it seems to be some sort of depot. Oh, fuck's sake. I think everyone's on strike down there as well.
There has been posts. Yeah, we got loads of posts yesterday all of a sudden. But,
I got loads at one day. Like.
it's like the 1970s, isn't it? Not that we remember that recently, but...
Yeah. Strike.
And they said that Corbyn was going to... Literally everything all the problems that the government's been having over the last sort of pandemic aside, but 3 to 4 years, 5 years, all the things that they were like, Corbyn's going to end up causing this and this and this, like strikes and blah blah blah, and inflation and crash the economy and rising energy bills. Like literally, they said all these things Corbyn was going to do. And but you know what? Sometimes you got to fucking. As much as I wanted Corbyn to win at the time, imagine if he'd had to deal with the pandemic, the fucking shit they'd have been throwing at him 24/7, and they'd have just got back in. They'd have probably just got back in power. I could see them overwhelming him, force another general election a bit earlier, and then just like like 2 years after he got in, 2.5 years, 3 years maybe, just ended up getting voted out again, and then it's another 10, 12, 15, 20 years of Tories. Like this way, they've proper fucked it. Like it's really given them. Pandemic and Brexit, pandemic especially, gave them a complete canvas to display just how corrupt and cunty they are. I've stayed away from political news for the last few weeks, which is quite nice. But...
yeah, I try and avoid my phone news, like.
Yeah, I do too sometimes. I want to.
I tend to look up news about science and tech and all that.
I check on them things, but the unfortunate thing about the shit thing, rather than unfortunate, about Twitter is you don't really get a choice.
Aye. What's shared?
Yeah, and your friends can, but that is what it's there for. Just if you're not into that, don't go onto it. I would recommend for you and Damien, don't go on Twitter.
Yeah, nah, I used to be on Twitter, but I didn't like it for that reason. It was ever confusing me because the layout that was making me angry because of the fucking negative bullshit. Just a total.
That's it. It's
Warzone. I thought it was a Warzone, right?
Yeah. They're all for different purposes, like Instagram is literally for image. There's certain things by design as well.
Yeah. Instagram showing how ace your life is. Oh, life's amazing.
Well, but the way it's laid out, so Facebook, if you look at the post, you can automatically see in normal size font certain comments, and it'll usually be the comments that have had most eyes or clicks or something like that, or like people stopping at that point and scrolling. Whereas Instagram, and it's a few comments on Twitter, on Facebook as well. Whereas Instagram, you can only see post, I think, and it's really small, and it's like it's only got 3 words, and then you've got to press see more to actually see what the words they put with their picture, and then you've got to do see comments to actually automatically, so you don't ever automatically see stuff that's really shitty. And it's the same with Twitter, TikTok. You've actually got to, you don't even get a thing you got to click on an icon that takes you to a different screen to see the comments. So it feels like you're actually leaving the video, rather than just expanding it. So again, you just sort of, TikTok's actually pretty good, and it's not that I saw it coming, it being quality like it is, but someone that I've followed for years, Gary V, when TikTok came out, he was like, don't take this lightly, this is the next big thing, like you want to be getting on it now, growing your audiences now, because Instagram was apparently really, people who worked hard on Instagram in 2011 and 12, they're millionaires now. Because it was so much organic reach, whereas it's completely, that's what they do, they get you on it once a certain amount of users, and the window's going to shut for TikTok in the next year or two, he reckons. Literally, he's like, well, a few months ago it was like 12 to 24 months it's over, but that's when the window was shut. It's not over completely, it will still be a used platform, but because I know how right he is so many times and how experienced and knowledgeable he is in that sector, when he says it, I that's my opinion as well, to be honest. If it's his opinion, it's my opinion, because he's just right about that shit. And he was. Loads of people I know were just like, fucking adults on TikTok, that's bent, it's ridiculous, blah, blah, blah. It's like, now it's an essential part of your business.
I've not even looked at it, I don't intend to. I tend to, I go on Reddit to look at videos of people getting hurt, quite like that, falling and stuff, quite like. I tend to just kind of shit off, man. It's getting my nut in, honestly.
Well, what it's done as well is it's made it's proof of concept that short videos of certain lengths are the most palatable thing. So what it's done is it's made Facebook, YouTube Shorts is now a thing.
I've seen that.
That's basically
fucks up my PlayStation when it comes on.
It's forced the hand of. They basically had their hand forced by the popularity of TikTok. YouTube have had to evolve into doing YouTube Shorts because TikTok are killing it. So they need to have their own, similar sort of structure. And it's the same with Facebook Reels, which are effectively the same as Instagram Reels, but it's done by the same people.
27 kills.
It doesn't necessarily need to be on TikTok, but the concept is, the idea is, the point of the story is that short videos, digestible, palatable like that, are just the most. It's all being done for you. It's the most user-friendly way to get someone to absorb your product or your brand, or And like Gary V, again, another thing he's always gone on about is just like the answer to anything anyone ever asks me is always just more content. When people go, how do I do this one? It's more content.
Yeah.
Make more content. If you're fucking... He's got ways where he can make something like 120 bits of content a day.
Okay.
And people are like, ow, that's a lot of work. And he's just like, no, I say stuff throughout the day, then I think, oh, that'd be a good little tidbit for my phone. Like, it's usually just stuff he says. It's like, I've got 60 quotes, I get 60 tweets just out of my fucking lunch meetings, because I just end up, getting someone to upload the transcript. And he's just, he's really smart, really, experience-based knowledge that he's professing, but he's right, he's very successful.
You play this game and you're like, I feel damn good.
Perhaps I've been here once I've...
Gundam Evolution. It's free to play, right?
Oh, it's free?
Yeah, it's free to play, man. It's if you like Worms Rumble and Last of Us, you'll like this. That's just me telling you your favourite games. It's got that Worms Rumble quick Oh, addictive, fast-pacedness.
I remember that way. You never got a win in the end, did you?
Ah, fuck it. I was telling my mate work about that as well.
I had
I was acing
I had about
again.
70 or 80
Just
wins.
couldn't fucking do it. I don't know what was going on. It's like it was programmed for me to like win.
Honestly, what you got to do is you can do this thing where you press them almost at the same time, but you get a shotgun, and just learn how to land right in front of people. And as you do, hit them with a baseball bat and blast them with a shotgun at the same time.
I was doing that, and I still wasn't winning. I was just, don't know what it was. I think the one
Just
guy
don't
was
stop
always
moving.
better.
Don't stop moving. You just got to be a right aggressive cunt about it.
I was always second place. Like. I've won a few this one, like. I got 27 kills there. I'm good.
This is a destruction mission.
I keep forgetting, but yeah, whatever I remember, I think I'd quite like to get. DayZ seems to be like the most popular survival game, and that's probably for good reason. It's probably because it is just a better game. It's got more to do, and it's just good.
There's one problem though. Apparently it's shite on console. That's what I've heard. Yeah, apparently it's not getting up.
Take that in too much because
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are playing it.
I mean, it's probably maybe not had all the updates and that and the customization, but that's one thing I heard. Where will I go? Go for GM. Yeah, see, in this game you get to pick all your robot suits and you've got different abilities, and you can go like fast-paced ones or slow-paced ones or hand-to-hand, ranged ones. I haven't played Overwatch, but a lot of people are saying it's like Overwatch but with Gundam. What we got? Shield. What's that? 9.
Looks like you could use a hand.
Yeah.
Looks like you could use a hand.
No, it's
Try this on for size.
what do you call a device that you throw it and you press the button for it to explode? It's like C4, but it's like that sort of idea. Oh, you can't afford it.
Remote mine.
Yeah, it's got the one. Shit. Arse kicked. Absolutely murdered.
Select the suit you wish to pilot.
Absolutely murdered.
I'm offline. Requesting emergency repairs.
It's cold.
Allied unit down.
In Chile.
Yeah, I'm fucking.
Commencing combat.
I've been inquiring about I've got thermal stuff myself, but there's better stuff you can get. My mechanics, they're also like a store for motorbike kit and whatnot. They're everything really. Service and repairs, everything you could want. But yeah, basically they're happy to give me stuff on finance. Because it can be pretty expensive. Like the jackets can be like 300 quid.
Yeah, to pick leather things.
No, well they're protective and thermal and wind and waterproof. But they're also, if you come off and skid across the road, you're not getting cut to shit.
No.
They've got a lot of purposes.
Road rash.
Area contested.
there was one he was showing me. It was just like it's you buy them separately, but it's all like branded, so it comes with sets and stuff. It was like it actually zips up solidly, like completely. So it's like with the trousers, so it's like an all-in-one. Because like the industry, the motorbike industry has recognised that there's a lot of money to be made out of the couriers.
Yeah.
So he said, yeah, it's got like a layer you can take out of the inside as well for the summer, and it's just all been thought of. It's like 350 quid, I think. 300 quid. So it's quite expensive, but yeah, finance.
Okay, what you need to do is, see if you go on Wish, the website, you get loads of stuff for like a fraction of the price. But it's shite. It's too shite. Fuck it.
I said it's got from the purposes I'm buying it for. It's got to be proper.
Yeah, it's got to not make you die.
Well, yeah. I mean, really, I'm getting it mainly for the wind and rain.
Run away. Why is it, right, when people have hypothermia, they take off their clothes? What's the science behind it? What's the reasoning?
Well, if it's water, if they're wet, then.
No, I mean, like, it's almost like a psychosis thing, when it gets that bad that you start taking off the clothes and they can't stop it, you know what I mean? That...
Oh, right, okay. I have no idea.
You've heard it, there's a term for it, like.
It's plausible.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, it's some sort of psychosis thing happens if you've been, like, I'm talking about, like, hypothermic for, like, a day or something. Right. There's a term for it.
1 minute remaining. Select the suit you wish to pilot.
Oh, I can finally test out the bunker because they're coming over now. Come on, fuckers.
Spunk bunker.
Get me in my bunker. I dare you.
Spunker. Yeah, fuck loads of them there. Oh no!
Oh, it's not hitting them through this fucking wall. They're just. Oh, wait, they can punch me. I think he's punched anyway.
10 seconds remaining.
There's no way to go through. No, okay.
5.
No, it's almost as if it's just going.
Round complete.
Oh, I see what you're trying to do.
Well,
That's bollocks though. Like, maybe the other bloke must have done it then just so you can see out better.
What's the quote for Jurassic Park? It's not the magic word. Something like that.
Yeah.
Bullshit like that.
Select the suit you wish to pilot.
Did you see Jurassic Park at cinemas? It was it.
No, I wasn't allowed.
You're allowed. Like, I said I was fucking boys were blown off, like.
To be fair, I think my dad had good reason for banning me because I used to get really shit scared of my brother's T-Rex poster.
Yeah.
The prick put it like.
Ferocious.
He lived in the top floor, and the bottom of his staircase was opposite my bedroom, and the prick put it there. Didn't he? Because that's what brothers do.
That Indiana Jones film is going to be the last Harrison Ford film and the last John Williams film as well. The guy does the soundtracks.
Mm-hmm.
You better be fucking good, right? So they're going to send it off. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Did you clone a dinosaur, you fucking Raj? You fucking Dane? Are you fucking Dane? If I was in that film, that's what I would have said, but... Are you fucking Dane, you fucking idiot?
Yeah, he would realistically, like, if that came up now, Elon Musk would be like, "You have not thought this through."
You're fucking nut. You fucking off your nut, man. Let's make a T-Rex and put it in a park with a tiny wee fence. It'll be fine.
They tried to think their way through it in their electric fence and stuff like that. It's just like power cut, really, from a storm, really.
Yeah, a total island that's in the middle of a total hurricane weather and that. So that's going to no go wrong. That.
Yeah.
Idiots. Life finds a way. Fuck right it does. Up. Help me, help me, help.
Taking heavy damage. Requesting repairs.
Oh no. Fucking.
There's a bit more purpose to this base now because they're all coming in, and
It won't get me this time.
I've got the rooftops and stuff like that, you know. So I feel like this has got at least. But I mean, they are only travelling over here because I've built a bridge. I'm building another bigger one as well to let them come over easier. Fuck it. There's quite a lot of them now. It's like they've just rallied around and gone, fuck it, the traps are down! Get him!
9 kills, 7 deaths. Excellent. Shite.